What's going on, Libra? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of September 2024. So in this reading, Libra, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for September. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you, and so much more regarding the month of September 2024, Libra. So before we begin this reading, as always, I hope you are having a great day, my loves, and I do want to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance, Libra, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading does happen to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Libra. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy and we'll see what is coming your way for the month of September 2024. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this active divination for the sign of Libra. Oh boy. I love when the exact number of cards comes out that I need for the reading. Wow. Okay, Libra, you know, the first thing that I get here is that there's someone around you who has been causing a lot of karma in your life, like a lot of baggage that really doesn't belong to you, that you've been willingly taking on for a really long time, I actually feel, in this one. And it's time that in September 2024, I feel many of you are going to finally say, I've had enough of this person, because there's going to be some sort of mental clarity that comes in that wasn't available to you before, okay? So I know that sounds pretty intense, but just bear with me, okay? So before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, and these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of, Libra, for September 2024. And the first one is Mighty Isis. Magic manifesting, your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. Okay, and so this is about staying focused on your visualizations, whatever you want to bring into reality. But the thing about Isis is that she was known to actually have brought her lover Osiris back from the dead. So she's known to bring back people from the dead, and in the similar way, she asks you in September 2024 to really ask yourself the question, what dreams have I cut off? What desires have I cut off a long time ago that are actually now going to be brought back from the dead? There's some sort of desire, there's some sort of thing that you are going to be manifesting, you're going to start to manifest it in 2020, in September, Libra, that has been cut off, that is now going to be brought back from the dead. You're going to have Mighty Isis to help you bring it back from the dead. Who else brought back people from the dead? Oh yeah, Yeshua. What could that possibly mean? And so, yeah, I'm sorry for being a weirdo, but a weirdo, but hear ye. Okay, order in the court, everyone. But you have Isis. So this is definitely about manifesting something, but it's definitely a time, it's more so a month of releasing yourself from commitments that you are starting to realize threw you off the path. I felt, a really interesting piece of information coming through for you that's going to be very key for you, Libra, in September, is that many of you had a person around you and probably still do for many of you, that is giving you seemingly sound and stable life advice. You know what I mean? Like, Libra, don't be silly, don't go down that path. But what many of you didn't realize, because you were so connected to this person, is that the reason why this person was advising you, probably in a very beautiful manner, to not go down a particular path in life, is because, number one, they're trying to protect you from pain. But number two, they're actually would be jealous, and they would act like they're supporting you, but they would actually be jealous and insecure, and you would trigger some sort of deep wound within them. So the harsh truth about September 2024, Libra, for you, is that it's time to release karma in the form of energies that are seemingly giving you well-meaning positive advice, who actually have a very destructive intention behind it. This is going to manifest in different ways for different Libras, but this is the energy that's coming through. So you need to be really careful about any sort of person that you've been committed to giving you seemingly great life advice, because your advice from spirit, that's going to differ from this person, this well-meaning person trying to protect you, but they're actually trying to protect themselves, is that Spirit's advising you to go towards your desires. Spirit is not advising you in September 2024, Libra, to create a safe place for the world. Like, what I'm trying to translate a frequency. Spirit is not advising you to cut off your desires in order to make yourself comfortable, but by translation, these people that you're connected to. So you have Saint Germain karma releasing here, Libra. And this says, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. And so the energy that I honestly get is that some of the worst demons that we have in our life are the demons that smile in our face and secretly don't want us to achieve great things, secretly don't want us to activate desires. And the opportunity for you here is that there's some sort of social person, social group, social interaction that actually a long time ago cut you off from a desire that you had. And it was in a really weird passive-aggressive way that confused you. And it actually sucked you into someone's drama field. The problem is that I'm getting from this reading is that the drama field that you were sucked into was a drama field covered with cupcakes and sprinkles and political correctness. So what you're going to start to realize for many of you is that this whole cupcake political correct drama pit of karma that you're in is way worse than saying, I'm sorry, I'm going to go achieve my desire now, and what you think about that says everything about you and it has nothing to do with me, because you've been infiltrated, you've been mind mixed, your wires have been crossed. And this definitely has to do with some sort of people pleaser thing, but it's less of a people pleaser frequency and it's more of a extremely well-equipped person who manipulated you out of your true desires. That's really what I get. And here's the thing. You have a situation with someone with bad karma is projecting all of their unresolved issues onto you, and you're someone with good karma. And so this person, the only source that they have of joy, or one of the main sources in their life, is keeping you in this disguised karmic drama pit that you didn't even know you were in, potentially. Now, many of you knew that you were in it, but you didn't know that it was this bad. Many of you knew that you were in it, but you didn't know how bad it would affect your lifeline. So many of you at this point, you honestly have a choice. You have a choice between keeping things cordial with a person who is desperately afraid of you actually achieving your desires, or not even achieving them, simply going after them. There's someone that you're connected to that is literally, they're not going to be in despair when you achieve the desire, because at that point they're going to have a new karmic cupcake pit to invite you into. But they are going to be afraid when you declare, this is what I'm doing, or if you cut them off and you don't say what they're doing, but because they're so connected to you, they're going to feel what you're doing. People with bad karma projecting their stuff onto you with good karma, when they do that, all that's going to create for them is literally a spiritual prison. Now, you are the jailer, the warden, and the freaking judge, and you have the key to release yourself from this prison that they've created for you. But in order to do that, you're going to have to create a pretty, feral prisoner, because you're not going to be in the prison anymore. Because you were the judge, you were the police, you were everything involved in this person's prison, and you didn't maybe know it, and maybe you felt bad. So a lot of you have a choice between keeping things cordial and a commitment that deep down, every time you're talking to this person, I don't know who it is, every time you talk to this person, you love them and it's great and it's a cornerstone of your life, but it just feels off. You wonder why? Because there's an energy that made you, in order to be in contact with this person in a cordial way, you needed to cut off one of your desires. So it's time for you to release a psychological karma drama show. And whatever someone does says everything about them, and it really doesn't have to do with you. Now, the interesting thing is the next card is Lord Ganesh, Infinite Abundance, Libra, and this card kept popping out. Like, it popped out for some of the other signs that I did, so I was like, am I really going to read this one again and again? And it would not stop popping out. So this is to let you know that there is infinite abundance in the universe. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. And the interesting story about Lord Ganesh is that I think there was something about an intruder broke into his house, and the person got their head cut off, and basically their head was replaced with an elephant head. But it has to do something with someone being close to them that replaced their head with an elephant head. So many of you are going to have a completely different outlook on life when it comes to a lot of you. What you need to know, no matter how much abundance you have, there's a new avenue of abundance. Maybe you're going to be after more synchronicity. Maybe you're going to be after more creativity. Maybe you're going to be after more authenticity. There's some avenue out there that you've been, no, I can't do that because I got to keep it over here. No, I can't do that. I got to keep it over here. No, I can't do that. I got to keep it over here. And you're going to realize what Spirit is trying to tell you is that this is karma. This is not making you go to heaven. This is not helping anyone. You are keeping yourself and this person or these people trapped in a prison of cutting off desires. Now, many of you would say, what's wrong with that, Austin? I thought that in order to be spiritually aware, desire is the root of all suffering. Attachment is the root of all suffering. Yes, but there's a time and place for everything, and not now. Right now, you can't unneed something that you really need. And right now, you really need something more than you need this prison. Let me repeat that. You cannot unneed what you need. And right now, you need your desire more than you need this prison. Because when the prison starts to break down from the inside, I'm trying to save you from something worse happening. I.e. a massive blow up, i.e. you getting sucked into karma. That's because you're in a confused karmic prison that you didn't even, for some of you, the problem is that you didn't think, or you still don't think it's a prison. You're like, what are you talking about? I'm having tea with my girlfriend. What are you talking about? Prison. And I'm not saying every one of your girlfriends is a prison. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not some sort of psychopath against social interaction. I'm telling you to go get new social interaction, or I'm telling you to bring this person out of the jail with you to go get social interaction. But I feel like it's deeper than social interaction. Okay. Now, your opportunity is the 5 of Swords. And I genuinely feel this is to spot a narcissist in your life. This is to spot, you need to be aware, Libra, that someone is using the guise of commitment Oh, I'm this to you. Oh, we're best friends since this. We're bonded because blah. But behind it is this. You are dealing with a wolf in sheep's clothing in your life. It's totally what it is. And the wolf doesn't even compare to your wolfhood. Let me repeat this. If you're going wolf to wolf with this person, you're gonna destroy them. You are going to destroy this person. But because you're nice, and because you're a people pleaser, and maybe you're not a people pleaser, but maybe this is your person, or this is your people. Listen, you need to... Do you want to be... You are actually a wolf. And you're in sheep's clothing. Now, the other sheep that you're hanging out with is going to take off their mask. They're going to eat your dreams. They're going to eat your heart. They're going to eat your soul before you even have a chance to realize what's going on. Would you rather have that pathetic fate, or would you rather take the mask off and say, hey, I think you should take the mask off too, sucker MC, because I see right through you. And then, yeah, get ready for hell to break out loose on earth. But guess what? You can survive that hell better because they created the hell, not you. What? You can survive that hell much better because they created the hell from the beginning, not you, which is why they're going to flip out. Okay? So your opportunity is to realize that you're dealing with a psycho. Your challenge is the Seven of Swords. And this has to do with taking swords. You know, the definition that comes through right now is that you need to steal swords from a camp so that they can't be used against you, or you need to get out of a situation where you're being schemed, deceived, lied to, and stolen from. And in this case, honestly, it's your infinite abundance, and it's a dream or it's a desire that you cut off a long time ago. And I'm just going to be honest about what that desire is. When it comes to your advice from Spirit, you have the Devil, you have the Page of Pentacles, and you have the King of Wands. And this is your advice, what you need to do. You need to get busy on your desires here. And you need to get doing the dirty work to set yourself free from this devil who's chained you up. And you need to be your authentic self. Because you know what? You know what this person's going to do, Libra? When they see you finally being your authentic self, they're going to call you a bitch. But guess what? You can turn around to them and say, guess what? You've been a bitch this whole time. Now, you're not a bad person for doing that. If they would like to honestly assess what they have psychologically done in this situation, then guess what? Maybe you inspire them to also chase after their desires. But the problem is that this person cut off their desires way before you did. So it's going to be a double whammy of negative energy when you start to chase your true desire, when you make the change that you need to make, and you create a boundary with this individual. They're going to feel the pain twice as hard as you, which is why most of them won't be able to actually rise up with you, and most of them will turn bitter. And you can say, you're going to call me a bitch. You've been a bitch this whole time, god damn it. Now, will many of you have the courage to do that? That's up to you. And obviously you can say it in whatever way you want. But this is the energy that's what's going on. Because for a lot of you, there could be a fire sign coming in to help you with this. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male. That's going to inspire you to do this, or that's going to help you to do this, or this is just the people that you're going to be around in the future. Not to say that there's not going to be cupcakes and cream pies, and I'm not saying that that's what Libra is soft. No, Libra is a badass. But here's the other thing. You have an energy vampire, and there really is a high probability of a commitment ending for you this month when you go within and realize what's going on. In your overall general energy, Libra, this month, you have the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Ten of Swords. This is about a commitment, this is about going within and reflecting, and this is about a major ending. So I feel that the energy reads that there's a major commitment in your life. Particularly, it is spiritual in nature. Whoever you are bonded to in this way, it's almost that you are convinced that you will be somehow cut off from authority. This person has authority over you, whether you want to admit it or not. So whether it's a spiritual authority, they're my fairy godmother, whatever it is, they the only spiritual power, unfortunately, that they have is the power that you continue to give them, because they've set you in a jail cell that doesn't look like a jail cell to make themselves comfortable. So when you start to go within and you start to realize that this is what's happening in September 2024, I'm predicting that by the end of September 2024, there will be a major change. The way that it starts off is that you're in this commitment. You're still in the commitment. This person has power over you. When you start to reflect about what's really going on here, many of you, there's either going to be a situation that, let me be honest here. There's either going to be a situation that you choose to walk away. And honestly, if you don't, then I feel there's going to be some sort of like Saint Germain energy just like coming in to create more drama. So for you to realize how bad it actually is, because conflict delayed is conflict multiplied. A lot of you are sitting in a tea kettle and you're like, it's pretty hot in here. I wonder if we're going to start boiling soon. And they're like, oh, honey, we don't boil here. No. And then you start boiling and you start boiling and you start boiling and you start boiling. And this can be a quite nasty, or it's just a complete ending. Now, here's the thing, though. What you don't understand is like, what's on the other side of you taking your energy and your power back in this situation, Libra, is something so good. And something so doesn't contain this karma, in what you don't see coming. You have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and also the Two of Cups. So if you can move through, if you can face the truth, speak the truth, even if your voice shakes. Speak the truth here, no matter how much anxiety or temporary anxiety it gives you here. Navigate this situation with clarity. You need mental clarity is coming in for you about you feeling. Many of you will feel stabbed in the back as well, like when you realize the frequency. But it's more so, I don't get that you're gonna really feel stabbed in the back. I just feel like you're gonna be witnessing someone. When you pull your energy back, this is the energy that they're gonna be in, and because you're somehow linked to them, because there's some sort of authority to you, whether that's just, this is my friend and I have them as a friend and I feel more connected to the universe, like they're your authority, like there's some sort of authority, there's some sort of bridge between the physical and spiritual when it comes to this connection. So when you pull your energy back and you see them, there's something about you that doesn't want to pop this person's bubble, because it's also your bubble. But like I said, they're in the dirty bubble twice as hard as you. Because the only reason that they convinced you to cut off your desire is because they cut off their desire way before you did. So it's like you're on a race to a mountaintop with this person, but you're starting off in the middle of the mountain. They're starting off at the bottom of the mountain. When they see that you're at the middle of the mountain, which they have from the beginning, they're going to probably walk away, go into a different parallel universe, and you're just going to make it to the mountain. But it requires you to face some sort of weird stuff first. And then you have this and what you don't see coming. There is a new partnership coming in for you. I don't know. I feel like there's a partnership with, there can be a Capricorn energy coming in for you. There can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. There can also be Virgo energy here. Take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be that. And then in your advice, Libra, you have the Devil, the Page of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So this is about really doing the dirty work when it comes to releasing yourself from karma. You're going to have to, here's the thing about this. This is not really a comfortable month. What you've been in is teacups, fairy cake, la la land. That's quite comfortable. The problem is that this month, especially towards the end of September, that's when it starts to get more uncomfortable. The awkward thing about this reading as well is that some of you recently committed to this. This is actually not for most people. For some of you, you're going to know who you are. You literally just committed. You just got married. And I'm not laughing at that. You just made this person your boyfriend or girlfriend. You just said, we're best friends for life. I really honor our commitment. You just made a statement of commitment, and because you made that statement of commitment actually accelerated the downfall, because only truth can prevail. So you're going to have to be doing the dirty work when it comes to your authenticity here. There can also be, like I said, I feel like you need to be around people who won't judge you. But that can be scary for you, because when you're around those types of people, it brings up all the stuff that you've been judging about yourself. Like, oh, well, maybe I should have just chose a different group sooner. I should have made this person my friend sooner. I should have seeked this sooner. And they're going to like not have the same problems, but you need to have, it's better than whatever the hell is here. So let's clarify a few of these cards. Let's clarify why the Five of Swords is your opportunity. Why is the Five of Swords Libra's opportunity in September 2024? Yeah, there's a psycho slowly killing you. Yeah, it's all about slow death. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is like a slow, methodical energy that goes into something with a plan. And like I said, you know, this is your opportunity maybe to slowly remove yourself from this influence in whatever way you can, is to like maybe, because by the end of the month there seems to be a bridge that is burning. But I think that you can plant seeds to let someone know to back off, or to let someone know that this is what I'm going to be doing now and this isn't working for me anymore. And there definitely is an opportunity to go slow, to take your time with this, to not cause any sort of unnecessary conflict, right? But there's also an even more painful truth for many of you that you need to realize in the opportunity, is just how long, because the thing that's been blocking you from realizing this karma, that's been blocking your abundance, is that it's been going on for so long. Now, many of you have had on and offs with this energy that I'm getting. Like, you admitted this to yourself like years ago. You're like, F this is not going to work for me. But then you got sucked back in. So this has been, for many of you, a poison drip situation. But as of recently, I just feel like you've been completely locked in. So you're dealing with someone who may be very good at pinning people in psychologically. Let's clarify why the Seven of Swords is here. The Seven of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Empress in reverse, and the Three of Cups. Alright, well, for some of you, I get for the men out there, for some reason, Libra men, there could be a third party that you're not aware of, which could make this situation even more painful. You have the Empress in reverse here, right? So that's the energy of your fertility, you being like the raw, natural attractor of abundance in your life, and your ability to be creative and fertile is being sapped right now. So your challenge is to remove yourself from the situation before that gets even more sapped, before you're in such a box that the walls are getting so thick right now. You better punch through the box before it gets too thick for you to do it. And there's a truth here that you're not as stuck as you think that you are. You have the Eight of Swords in your challenge. So you're not as stuck as you think you are, but I wouldn't say that in the long term. You also have the Three of Cups here. So this person, your challenge is that when you start to pull away, this person will talk crap to third parties as well. I definitely get that. But this person probably already is doing that, or this situation could also involve many people, which could be even harder for you to disconnect from if there is. Because for some of you, don't let like jealousy of a third party. Well, if I leave the situation, then they're going to get even closer. Then let them be in their close prison. You can find a better one. And you're not going to find a prison. You're going to find something better. So be aware of this energy, Libra. And this is what I got for you for September. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I'll talk to you next time as the Autistic Mystic.